So, the Culling Games. It seems there's quite a lot of confusion as to what it is about, which, as at this point, is kind of standard for Jujutsu Kaisen. But if you want to understand and enjoy season 3 of JJK and the mind-blowing action that is to come, and I assure you, in no small way, there's a lot of mind-blowing actions to come. At the end of Jujutsu Kaisen, the previous season, we see that Shibuya is in ruins, there are countless civilians dead, curses are running around unchecked, and the strongest sorcerer alive, allegedly of course Satoru Gojo, is seated inside the prison room. Now, Jujutsu Society has effectively, officially collapsed. Most of the higher ups, at least some of them, are dead, others are hiding, and what's left are completely irrelevant to the stories at the moment. Yuji is branded an execution target. Megumi scrambles to protect his sister, but underneath the entire buzz of this whole thing, a new system quietly activates across Japan. We see these massive barriers rising one after the other. And these barriers are, well, they don't exactly bring good news. In that vacuum, something far insidious begins to play out. A game, a horror Olympics to be specific, and the Culling Game. Now, what are the Culling Games? The Culling Games is essentially a large-scale ritualized deathmatch, which spans multiple barrier zones called colonies. Spread across Japan, anyone who enters a colony automatically becomes a player, whether they understand what's going on or what or not. That's irrelevant. You step into a colony, you're a player. Welcome to the deathmatch. And the architect behind all this is Kenjaku. Because at this point, I think I've had enough of Kenjaku. The guy creeps me out. But he's essentially a century-old sorcerer who has been possessing and body-swapping bodies and manipulating key history from the shadows. He spent years preparing for this moment. Some of his groundwork includes marking thousands of people across Japan with cursed objects or dormant techniques. He awakened modern humans as sorcerers, reincarnating ancient sorcerers into the modern vessel, and then using the chaos of the Shibuya incident to remove Gojo, the only person capable of stopping him on the other side. Now, the Culling Game doesn't begin immediately. It has to be activated. Again, it's a long-planned machine which is finally coming on quite a bit slowly, to be honest. Despite appearances, the Culling Game is not about entertainment. Kenjaku isn't just trying to have a wank-off. It's not even about him being cruel or even about domination. It's about evolution. And now, Kenjaku believes that humanity has stagnated. In his view, cursed energy users only evolve under extreme pressure. But essentially, he believes that society has become too stable, and in order for evolution to happen, there needs to be a bit of shaking up of things of sorts. Now, the Culling essentially forces constant combat. There's a constant cursed energy output, and there's a continuous adaptation of this. You can see how this can be both Kenjaku and Sukuna's wet dream at this point. Now, all of this energy feeds into a much larger ritual connected to Master Tengen, whose barrier stabilizes Jujutsu Society itself. Now, Kenjaku's ultimate goal is to merge humanity with the cursed energy on a massive scale, creating something entirely new, which is neither human as they are nor cursed as they currently exist. The Culling Game is essentially the engine that makes this idea, this push, possible. What are the rules of the Culling Games? The rules of the Culling Games, they're not suggestions, and you don't exactly get to see on them. Rule 1 is any human whose cursed technique has been awakened must enter a colony and declare participation within 19 days. Failure to do so results in the removal of their cursed technique, which effectively leads to their death. Rule: entering a colony automatically registers a person as a player. There is no consent required and no way to refuse once you're inside. Rule 3: players earn points by killing other players. And of course, killing a sorcerer grants you 5 points. Killing a non-sorcerer grants you 1 point. I know it's morbid, I didn't make the rules. Now, the points are publicly tracked within the game system. Rule 4: if a player fails to gain any points within 19 days, their cursed technique is removed. Again, which means almost certain death. This rule ensures that the game never gets slow and there is no downtime, no breaks. Rule 5: a player must spend 100 points minus their own life point to propose a new rule. However, the rule must not permanently end the Culling Games, and the system automatically judges whether the rule is acceptable. If the rule is approved, it is then immediately added and enforced across all colonies. Now, Rule 6: the Culling Game doesn't end when a certain number of players dies. It is designed to continue until its larger ritual purpose is fulfilled. So the ritual purpose of the entire merging that is intended to be observed or rather be achieved by Kenjaku must be fulfilled. The rules are engineered to force killing, discourage cooperation, and punish any sort of hesitation. So here are features to keep in mind. Colonies are essentially barrier-separated zones, each functioning as a sort of closed-off battlefield. Each sorcerer connected from the past can't be brought into fight. Civilians who accidentally enter Culling are still bound by the rules even if they don't actively participate. That being said, I hope this has been helpful to you, and until the next time we meet, may the real wheels are the real waves.